Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. It's a beautiful day in central Pennsylvania, south central Pennsylvania. I've been working on some stuff in the shop for over the last few days, and I just want to bring you guys back up to speed. So, been working on the oiling system here. You can see I got the header on, and that's just to check clearances and stuff like that. So I've been mounting the remote oil filter, and it took me a little bit of time to figure out not only where but how the system would be oriented and how it would be plumbed and all that stuff. So spent a good time thinking it over, probably about 2 hours, just trying different things. But anyway, this is what I came up with. Made a little simple bracket here out of some 6061 stock that I've since acquired. And yeah, I know the bolts are probably a little too long on here, but they'll work for now. Anyway, look at the clearance there. So we have tons of clearance between the header and that oil line, and then on top of that, that oil line will be shrouded for heat, and so that if there are any oil leaks, that it does not get onto the header. That is the main concern with that stuff going through there. And then also secondary to that would be heat transfer to the oil. However, most oiling systems don't have external oil filters, so they are subject to a bit more heat over time. So this might actually add a cooling aspect to that. Who knows? Anyway, see, I got the temporary pan back on there. I'll show you what I got going on over here. So, brought this over to the Moccasins yesterday, Triple J Specialties, and we knocked this down. However, I didn't do enough. I didn't, measure twice. So it looks like we're going to be cutting twice. But anyway, this is basically the design. We are going to extend it here. What you can see is I brought this part was here, down here, and then cut that, deepened it because we have plenty of room. There's nothing here on the car right now. So brought it all the way up here. Since we are cutting this down, I think it's like 1.5 inches or 2 inches from when it was when I received it. And you can see a little mishap happened there, but we cleaned it up. It'll look all right. But anyway, so we're going to be at like 4.25 or 4.5 inches, I think it is. So hopefully it'll clear, and then it'll give us a little bit more space in case I cut a turn a little too sharp and drags that pan. We are going to have a belly pan on there, but still, it's not something that you want to tempt fate on. So anyway, you can see here I made this a little extra long, and that was basically to kind of overlap that one, and then that will be seam welded, I guess, and all that stuff. I'm not actually going to do the welding. Just want to make it easier for the fabricator to do. And so basically what I'm going to have to do now, because I made it too long, was cut it down to whatever it needs to be once I get that part, the rear part, figured out. The problem with the back part here, I'm going to take this apart for you guys. Is this inner part, the baffling system. You can see we chewed it up a little bit before, but I think I'm just going to take the same approach and use a cutoff wheel, and it actually will clean this up a little bit as a result of that, hopefully, if I do a nice enough job. But the problem is it runs into these hips, I guess you could call them, these parts here. So if I were to cut that down to, I think it's about 1 inch that I need to go down, it'll be cutting into that. Now that's not a big problem. We could box that out. It's just a little bit more work, and I've been trying to figure out how to do that a little bit more seamlessly before I bring this over to my buddy. And But, you know, we'll figure it out. It's another one of those things on this car where, you know, you're the guinea pig, you're the test mule, you're everything. So, anyway, a little long-winded here. I think I showed you guys these bars. I'm not sure if I did. These are aluminum Heims. I just wanted to throw them on temporarily. I got to get steel Heims. They're on order with Triple J Specialties, speed parts from Triple J Specialties. So all that stuff is starting to come together. You can see the panhard bar, how that's going to work. So anyway, you can see some of the wiring is dangling here, and you know, I haven't really worked too much on that. I just want it in place so I know what to work around as far as the wiring goes. Waiting on some suspension parts back here, like I think I mentioned a little bit before. I'm not sure or not. The fuel system. The fuel system, I put the pump in the other day, and I made this adapter plate. This adapter plate was for like a bigger style, I think more like an OEM style in-tank pump, or even the Holley pump, I'm not sure. But anyway, I made it work with the pump that we have, and the only difference is the size of the flange. Everything else is going to work the same. It was one of those cut to size length deals. So did that, and then it's also got a Hellcat pump on it, and you know, that thing should flow pretty good, especially for the application we have right now. But everything else is pretty much, you know, moving along slowly but surely. So I will bring you guys up to speed once I make some more progress, and hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.